well, we're pretty much, after we do this thing I'm about to do, that's really all we need to do for the main quest. So, hey, go back to guarding. You're not guarding. Any random person can go in there now. You're not doing your job, you're fired. Okay, did I even need to go here? Oh well, I guess we'll get there eventually. Let's go. Let's take a skedaddly-doo to this place. Good old South Clock Town. What is this thing? Is that a flower of some? Oh, sorry. Is this your property? Another one of these Dekus. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to lay a toe on it. Hey! Female dog strikes again. Sarah McLachlan's trying to protect you guys? I mean, really? Okay, we need this thing. So, let's show the moon's tear to this guy. Oh god, the text is all small now because it's going into day 2. I don't know why it does that. And we get this thing, the land title deed, which won't really help us much now, but it'll come into play later. Yeah? Can't go wrong with jewelry, man. It's the way to a woman's heart. Hey, get out of the way, man! You're blocking the way, stupid carpenter. Alright. Or you can always go with chocolates, you know, they like chocolates. Or, well, she is a Deku woman, I don't know. Maybe they don't like that. Maybe they like, I don't know, circus peanuts, maybe. Go with jewelry, though. And remember, she's always right, no matter what. Okay. Anyway, well, this is about to go into the second day, so I better not get into this. Sometimes if it morphs into the next day, dawn of the second day, it'll, like, put you in a different location for some reason. So now we're into day 2. First I'm going to use this Deku flower so we can fly. And we can land over here. That's how we get up here. And with that, we get our first heart piece of the game. Awesome. Yeah, I know. Shut up. Okay, so next, speaking of heart pieces... Oh, I just spoiled it. Oh well. Next we're going to take a stop to the Deku Playground, because he said to come back on day 2. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say for the record, and you can taunt me all you want, this is not the Deku Playground, this is Half Naked Lady's Fountain. Get the locations right, man. Oh yeah, it also rains on the second day, that's fun. You know, just when you thought this game couldn't get more depressing, it rains. Okay, so we need to go inside this hole and go back here on day 2. Alright, so here we are in the Deku Playground on day 2. We're going to play the day 2 version of the Deku Playground. And if you can kind of tell, this particular part is actually post-commentary. One, because I failed this several times. Look at my rupee count there, and that'll tell you how many times I failed this. But also because I originally had some commentary here, and it's a little irrelevant now. So I decided to commentate over that and delete a chunk of that commentary. Yeah, I really wish I had some very helpful tips here, but I really don't, because I'm not very good at the Deku Playground, and in fact it took me several attempts to do this, so, and I've actually looked up videos, and I've looked up walkthroughs and stuff. Most of the stuff I look up doesn't even really give too many tips on how to do this either, so I guess your best bet will be to follow my video very carefully, or follow some other video very carefully, and try to stick to the pattern that I follow, so. But I beat the game on day 2, and he's amazed, and for that we get 60 rupees, and my face is beaming. Actually, at this point, I think my face was in fury and with anger. I don't know what I'm doing right there, but alright, alrighty-roo, we are down to the night of the second day. Now at this point, in terms of the main quest, there's not really anything we really need to do. So if you really wanted to, you could just kind of wait around until the midnight of the third day. Ow. Or you could use the Scarecrow to dance and skip until the night of the final day. But I've actually still got some stuff to do. And what I'm going to do right now, and I mentioned this, I think, like last video or something, I said I was going to get to a certain point where I'm just going to kind of kill time, and while killing time, I'm going to use that time, wow, I sound like Sheik, I'm going to use this time to address some FAQ. And while addressing this FAQ, I'm going to be just sort of walking around town, showing a bunch of locations. I'm not really going to, like, really address any of these people or anything. This is just something to do while I'm answering some FAQ about the project and everything. So, when I say frequently asked questions, I mean like 4 people asked it. So, alright, anyway, the big question that a lot of people have been asking, and this is definitely the most important, is, am I going to be doing this game 100%? And the answer is, I will aim to do this game 100%. I can't make any promises yet because I've actually have never done this game 100%. I've beaten it and gotten most of the stuff in it, but I've actually never done everything in it. So, I will definitely strive to, but I can't make any promises yet. But 100% is definitely the goal. Some people, so the next question is, some people have asked things like, they've asked questions about things I've done in my Let's Play of Ocarina of Time, and they've wondered if I'm going to do some of those things in this Let's Play. Like, some people asked if I was going to do recaps. I think somebody asked if I'm going to include, like, Link's name in the title, like I did for every Ocarina of Time title. And if you've noticed, I haven't done that yet, so that answers that question. The answer to both of those questions is no. Not doing recaps might be kind of disappointing to some people, but first of all, it was really time-consuming to do that. Not really time-consuming like, oh, I'm too busy with other things. It's just like, it just felt like it was more trouble than it's worth, and I really just, it's just going to be too much of a hassle to do that again. And on top of that, recaps were what I did in Ocarina of Time, and I kind of want to just stick to that, I don't want to just recycle things from my old Let's Play. I want to do something different. That way each Let's Play feels unique, and it feels like it stands out on its own. So, sorry if that disappoints people, but I think most of my viewers will understand, and I think they'll, be mature about that. The next thing I want to randomly say is, some people ask questions like, do I plan to do like Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, games like that. I'll randomly say for the record that I would like to do Wind Waker and Twilight Princess eventually, but seeing as how I've got to do this game first, don't expect those projects anytime soon. So, yeah, I would like to do those games, but that's going to be a while from now. And Skyward Sword I can't say yet, because the game's not even out yet. I can't say if I'll Let's Play a game if it's not out yet, so. I think that really covers most of what people asked. So if you have any other questions about the project, feel free to ask, but keep in mind I don't really want to spoil a lot of things. So if you have questions about specific things, then keep in mind I might not want to spoil certain things. So, well, anyway, now we need to fast forward to day 3, so we can play the Deku Playground on day 3. So I'll off-screen to that. Dawn of the final day, 24 hours remain. 24 hours until you die. I don't know how many people get that reference. I'm sure some will. Alright, so now we gotta play the Deku Playground on day 3. And for me, this was a bit easier. And I've heard a couple of people say they think it's easier. I don't know. But yeah, it took me less attempts to do this. So I'll off-screen to my successful time. Alrighty, Roo. And this was only like my second attempt, I think. Yeah, this one was not so bad. Yeah, it's actually, to me, it was a little bit easier. These ones kind of that orbit sort of around the area. Those can be kind of difficult to get, but really those kind of in the middle are really not that bad. Kind of move towards them, and then I move there. Some of this I got lucky though. You'll see in, I think, like one or two of these I like grabbed the ledge. So yeah, sorry if I'm not, like that. Sorry if I'm not really giving too much helpful advice here, or really advice at all, but like I said, I mean, I'm really just not very good at this part. I'm sure I'll get all kind of tips in the comments, like, some easy ways of doing this, but I think with enough practice you can handle it. Trial and error, I suppose. The more attempts, the better you're going to get at it. The more you'll figure out the patterns. And we've beaten it on each of the days. Day 1, Day 2, and Day 3. And for that we get a heart piece. That's right. And he is so astonished that he's actually scared of us. See, he'll say, hide. And his other twin guy will say, hide. I think. Yeah, they're scared. They're scared of Link. That's what he gets for existing. Alright, so we're done with that, thankfully. And we're on Day 3, the final day. As you can hear, the music's actually different. I really like that they made different music for each day. Now, there's one thing we're going to do here. Yeah, as you can see, the moon's closer as well. It's that big, creepy grin's getting closer to us. Well, this guy right here. Yeah, balloon guy. Wonder who this guy is. Why don't we find out? And that is the worst scream ever. No doubt about that. What's up, potential friend? Well, at least he acknowledges who we are. He doesn't point out that we're a Deku like everyone else is. His name's Tingle. He's 35. Are you? Well, selling maps? Not bad. Yeah. I don't want your friendship, man. If I buy your map, will you just go away and never speak to me again? And we'll buy... For that we get the map of Clocktown, which isn't the most helpful thing, but it is only 5 rupees, so what the hey. Call again. Screw that. I don't care even if it's free. I'm not calling you. Don't steal them. Ugh. Yeah, something tells me this guy wasn't voted prom king in high school. Not at all. He was definitely voted prom queen. And then they dumped pig blood on him. Yeah, good times.